right? Which is discrimination.
Yeah, we're at Smoothie King, and they're discriminating and saying we cannot get service because Jake has a Trump service on.
Okay, well,
So
you said you were going to leave, so please just have a great day and leave so we can continue what we're doing.
We were just wanting a smoothie, and you literally looked at us, and I asked you if everything was okay. You said we don't feel comfortable serving you because of my husband's hoodie. Yes. That is discrimination.
Okay, well, have a great day.
That is illegal.
That's illegal.
It is illegal. These poor children.
It has nothing to do with us wanting a smoothie.
Okay, but that's what you support. That's what you love.
You don't, but you don't own this. You don't own Smoothie King.
You're gonna no longer have your job.
Literally. Like, I'm confused. Is this a joke?
Good luck maintaining your employment.
I don't care. Like, have a great day.
When your company is charged, yeah, you will.
So literally, Jake's wearing his hoodie. They would not serve us because Jake's wearing a Trump hoodie. Talking about discrimination. It is embarrassing. No, what's embarrassing is that we're American citizens and I wanted to get a smoothie.
Exactly.
My manager, she said the same thing to you. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying to you, okay?
But then, hey, you know that's a crime, right?
It's not.
Discrimination is a crime.
We have the right to refuse service here, and that's what we
Not
did.
due to political views, though. Not due to political
You asked her
views.
what was wrong, and she said that she was uncomfortable, right?
She's uncomfortable.
You asked the question, she answered. Have a great day. Have a great day. The door is right there. Have a great day.
How embarrassing.
Have a great day. Call the police. Okay?
Wow.
Discrimination.
Yeah, I am going to call the police.
All right. And then before we respond to this, there's a second part to this. So now I guess this young lady has gotten a lot of comments about what happened. Take a look at this. This is clip 11.
I might have accidentally started a race war, but you guys need to go to her Facebook and get this video taken down. I am a minor and she recorded me without my permission. The people in the comments are all white and they're all being hella racist. Guys, please help me get this video taken down. She recorded me without my permission. Guys, and what's crazy is she low-key, like, she literally looks Hispanic. Like, I don't know what the issue is going on here, but literally, so after I left work, my coworker called me and was like, basically all the higher ups are there, and yeah, like, it's low-key cooked. I might be fired. Guys, please help me get this taken down. And she's literally like,
she needs to be fired. I hope they
was.
fired. Oh, she was. Oh, okay, Nicole.
She was definitely let go. From what I understand, she's just repeating what she heard other people say. That it's okay for them to say, you can't be in here because we refuse service. We have the right to refuse you service, but you can't refuse service for a myriad of reasons. You can't say, oh, because you're white, we're not going to serve you. Because you're gay, we're not going to serve you. Because you're a Republican, we're not going to serve you. I just think her elevator doesn't go that high on these floors. Because one, yes, she is a child. And yes, honey, if you are a child and you're in public and you're working a job, honey, they can record you. So I really need, this is why I keep going back to our education system. Mom, whatever school she's in is not enough. She needs some after school programs, something to kind of a mentor to kind of lift up her level of awareness before she works a retail job. Working retail is hard. It is very hard, especially when you've heard over and over and over again, this particular type of person is dangerous because of the way that they think. Imagine this in the 1930s. These people are dangerous because of the way that they look. It's the same thing. But surely no one's explained this to this young child, or I shouldn't call her young child.
Oh, they told her. I think somebody told her she was denied service because people are having on Trump paraphernalia. I think
I just think she's
not
dumb.
an education. This is a indoctrination issue.
This I will say. The lady, the other girl, young girl in the background, what she say? She said she felt uncomfortable. Yeah, she felt uncomfortable. This is, and they don't even know that they're indoctrinated, right? All they do, pretty much, I'm guessing, I'm probably 100% right, but they consume whatever's on TikTok and whatever the other apps are, IG, all day long. Okay, they might go to school, then they come home, they go to work, everything. That's all they do, and they feed off of each other. So they don't know how to separate, if you will, compartmentalize even their politics that they think they have developed, but even their politics from the business world. They don't know how to do that. So all she had to do was give her that damn smoothie.
Keep her life going. Yeah.
If she was a thinking person trying to even develop her critical thinking as a young person, she would have done better to ask the guy, why do you wear that shirt? Or what does it mean? So even if she didn't disagree, but they don't have critical thinking, right? They don't have critical thinking. He may have even given her a tip just for, having that little conversation. They don't know how to do that. So, I mean, she's not the right person for that front job or whatever that job was. The Smoothie King. And again, we know a lot of young people work those jobs, but young people today, I'm sorry to say, they're really not the young people that we knew us when we grew up.
It's not even just that. Let me tell you, I'm willing to bet that girl has had conversations probably at that location with management about Trump supporters. I am so sick of these people. I really am. These young people, I know young people like this, folks. Our kids are doomed if they have to live in a world with people like that, because there are large portions of adults that are telling our young people to be afraid of Trump supporters, to be afraid of Republicans, that Black Republicans are idiots and that we are coons and that we don't know what we're doing. These people are telling young people like her this, and she's believing them.
Yes, she does.
This is why sometimes I just feel like I just want to pick up my stuff and move to an area with nothing but conservatives. Because first of all, I'm actually glad she said she wouldn't serve them, because she probably would have spit in their stuff.
Wait, that's what Diane in the chat said. Diane said I wouldn't drink nothing she made anyway, because it's going to come with some secret sauce, right?
These people are insane. They are unhinged. I mean, we're the same. I mean, I live and breathe around leftists all day long. You think I don't care what they think. I just go about my way. That's your perspective on the culture, on politics, and I have mine. But they are being told to other us, to that we aren't supposed to be in society. We understand this? This is a real problem. This is a real problem. And I'm asking you all, what do we do about this? What do we do about this? Because it's not something she was told that. She was told to do that. What do we do, Shelly?
Well, number one, I'm like that guy. I will wear my gear. I'll wear my gear when I wear it, or if I happen to stop and I've never even been to a Smoothie King, but nevertheless, you get the point. I'm going to wear my gear. That's number one. Number two, again, I'm just always open to having a conversation, even if you disagree, right? I love teenagers. Give me a teenager more so than a toddler, okay? Because I don't feel like wiping no snotty noses and wiping no asses. So give me a teenager more than a toddler. But because you can engage them. What we do, I think, KJ, we have to be intentional about when we engage them, and even if they're not our children or our relatives, we sometimes. I'm not saying every time. I'm not saying put yourself in physical harm, so to speak, but sometimes there are opportunities where we need to take that risk. And you know what? I'm gonna kind of challenge, or at least not confront, but approach this young person and strike up a conversation just to see. I don't know. Other than that, we can't have their parents raise them the way we want. Unfortunately, we can't take them from their parents. Unfortunately, okay, in some cases. But so other than that, I don't know. I mean, we can always pray for them. But I got a philosophy. Some of my prayers I'm not wasting on certain circumstances.
Well, I feel like this. One of the things that we can do is be who we are. And don't hide it. There are so many conservative people who are ashamed, or I shouldn't say ashamed, but are very cautious about what they wear and where they wear it, right? I am a big proponent of talking to people and meeting them where they are. Some of the organizations I belong to, we have community events in communities that most people won't go to. And the reason why we do that is because some of these young people have never actually met a human being who thinks differently than they do. Everybody in their world has the same thought processes. Everybody in their world says the same thing. So when they encounter someone who's different, of course, they're going to take it as disrespect because they don't have the emotional maturity to say, wow, you're different and I don't understand why. So we have to teach them that, or we're going to have a generation of children that, or young people, we're going to have to write off completely because they won't be able to work anywhere. They won't be able to be in an office where not everybody agrees. They don't understand the concept of compromise. It's either my way or you're a demon. We cannot have that. So we go to their neighborhoods and we have a free cookout and we invite them to come outside. And when they come outside, they're like, why are you giving us free food? I said, because I think you should meet people like me. That's what I think. I think you should meet people like me because what you hear about me on TV and what your grandma said is not true. Not true at all. Have a hot dog and let's have a conversation. So we do have to engage them. There are some people who are better at engagement than others. Let me say that. This is not your moment to go put on your, we're all one big happy kumbaya family and go trace into the hood. I'm not suggesting you do that. But there are certain segments that have to be engaged, not only in person, but in music, in arts and entertainment. The way that we get a hold of them, social media, we have some very prolific social media influencers now. I'm talking about Xavier, CJ Pearson. Mm-hmm. So they're breaking into those algorithms where they're seeing people that look and sound like them, but think a different way. We have to introduce these children to something different than what they're constantly getting fed by their brainwashed parents and their crazy teachers. It's just outrageous. It's a damn smoothie. Make the smoothie and go on with your life, girl.
Oh, do your job.
That
do
part.
Your
Get
job.
Your check. Now, you can talk trash once they leave the building. Did you see his shirt? Blah, blah, blah. But he ain't gonna mess up my little check. I'm sorry. Get your paper. Yeah. Get your paper, girl.
Folks, sound off. What do you all think? I think we have some super chats here.
I think we do.